So I'm sure y'all remember a while back, I did a review on these very weird portable systems that I got from Walmart. But you're not going to believe this, but these things actually are a successor to a different handheld system that actually was sold at Five Below instead of Walmart. Alright, so the very first version of these things actually had 400 games instead of 200 like these ones do, and well, of course they do still repeat after a certain amount, but they do actually have a lot more games than these ones do. And Five Below sold the 400 version for about a while, until eventually the company that made those handhelds discontinued the 400 version and they started distributing the 200 version, which are exactly like the ones that I'm showing here. And because of the fact that they discontinued the 400 version, that means you'd never be able to buy it from Five Below anymore. You can't find it on their website anymore, and you can't find it in their stores anymore. And so there's literally no way you could ever get the 400 version anymore. I got this thing off of eBay. Now, for one, the box is actually a lot wider than the 200 versions. And let's look at the back. Yeah, as you can see, it has like all these fake game screenshots, like what looks to be a Galaga clone, a Pac-Man clone, and all that stuff. And yeah, don't let that picture fool you. Super Mario Brothers is not on this thing. I have looked. But then again, there is a Mario game on here, but not Super Mario Brothers. But we'll get to that in a minute. Oh, just the fact that I mentioned that there is a Mario game on there. Can you see where this is going? Yep, this thing also has some stolen games on here. And would you believe that there was actually more stolen games that are on here? Well, let's go ahead and get this thing out of the box. Has the exact same AV cables and charging cord, and there's the system itself. Now, as you can see, this thing looks very identical to the 200 version that I reviewed a while back. Well, let's not waste any more time and hook this thing up to the TV and see what we're in for. Oh, but before we do that, I completely forgot to cover the manual. Yeah. Has, like, battery installation, charging, power controls, TV connection, yada yada yada. Show what buttons do what, and again, they don't talk about the games. I don't understand what's with these manuals, like just not saying anything about the games that are on there. I mean, even that crappy Weixing plug-and-play had instructions for some of the games on there. I mean, of course, some of them got the completely wrong instructions, but at least they made an effort to actually give instructions on a lot of the games that are on there, even though those instructions are half the time not even that helpful. But anyway, now let's hook this thing up to the TV and see what we got. Okay, so here's a little problem. I tried hooking this thing up to the TV, but I can't seem to get the sound to come out of the TV speakers. So unfortunately, the audio's going to be coming from the speaker of the handheld. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the games we got. Look at that, we're already on the first page, and we already have a stolen IP. Double Dragon 2. And they're using the Japanese version, too. But yeah, I've never played any of the Double Dragon games, so I doubt I'd be any good at this. But yeah, it's Double Dragon. Got the Ninja Turtles. Oh, would you look at that, Battle City. Yeah, you notice the original Namco copyright still left in? Yeah. We've looked at something like this before. You go around as this tank, and then you go around and shoot everybody while protecting an artifact that's at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, this is like one of the most commonly cloned games that you see on a whole bunch of Famiclones and such. Anyway, let's reset. What is this Galaxy 5000? Oh, look at that, Activision all across the screen. Oh, this looks to be something like a racing game or something. Oh, a racing game where you can jump. Alright, that'll be enough of that. You got Adventure Islands 1 and 2. Yep, there's the Hudson Soft copyright left in at the bottom. Yep, it's Adventure Island. They even got the Chip and Dale games on here. Look at that. The Disney copyrights are still left in. Considering how strict Disney are with their IPs, I'd imagine they were not happy about this. Basically, you go around as either Chip or Dale, and you pick up these boxes and you throw them at enemies. Anyway, that'll be enough of that. Excuse me. Oh, they got a Tom and Jerry game on here, too. Look at all these copyrights left in. I've never played the original game, so I wouldn't know what to do. And I died. Okay. Oh, would you look at that? Miss Pac-Man. You see the Namco copyright still left in. Yeah, this is the NES Miss Pac-Man game. Oh, look at that. Q*bert. I can't believe I didn't notice that. Look at all these copyrights that are still left in. And this device was sold at $5 below? What the hell? Look at that. That is straight up the NES controller on there. So basically, as Q*bert, you have to step on the top of all these cubes and get them to match the same color. And you win the stage if you manage to get them all the same color. And anyway, Antarctic Adventure. I bet Konami's not happy about this. I played this game a few times before. It's actually kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Uh-oh. Now, before I have a moment... Oh, they got Binary Land. Oh, a Hudson Soft mention still left in. I always really like the music of this game. Oh, the D-pad sucks. Anyway, that'll be enough of that. Brush Roller. Yeah, this is a very weird title screen. Yeah, as you can see, this game is a clone of the arcade game Make Tracks, or Crush Roller, I forget what it's called. You basically go around with this little roller paintbrush thingy, and you have to paint the entire field as the color that you're currently painting it in. I remember a long time ago I played this game on an emulator, and well, my opinion from way back when still stands. Brush Roller is a terrible game. Anyway, Bomberman. Look at that, Hudson Soft. Yep, it's the NES game Bomberman. Can you believe the amount of stolen IPs that are on this thing? Oh, Dig Dug. Basically, you go around and dig around in this field, and you win the level by causing all the enemies to burst. This one's definitely a classic. And I like how the music only goes as long as you're walking. Oops. Anyway. It's honestly kind of a fun game, I'm not gonna lie. Now, what else is worth looking at? Oh, Galaga! Not gonna lie, Galaga has always been one of my favorite arcade games. So it's actually kind of neat that this game is on here, even though it's stolen. But then again, honestly, I like the arcade version of this game a lot better, especially the version with the rapid fire chip. I noticed that a lot of the stolen games that are on here are the Bandai Namco games, and I was like, did Bandai Namco hop on this company's ass, and that's the reason why they had to make a new version that had less games? What else do we got? Of course, what would a Famiclone be without Nuts Milk? Alright, let's go ahead and play the game. Yeah, this is a game called Nuts and Milk by Hudson Soft, where you basically go around in this little area. You play as the pink character, and you have to avoid the blue character, and you have to collect all the items. I see this game a lot on a lot of the bootleg Famiclones, and sometimes the Famiclones they give this game a very weird name, like Nuts Milk. Oh, shoot! Oh, look at that! I made the bad guy fall in the water. Ah, shoot. Yeah, we're having some technical difficulties. BRB. Alright, sorry about that. I don't know why it just bugged out like that. They got Millipede. Oh, look at that, an Atari copyright. Yep, it's Millipede. Anyway, that'll be it. Oh, look at that, they got magic jewelry. Yeah, this game is actually a clone of the Sega Genesis game Columns, where you basically go around and you match all these jewelry pieces together. It's honestly kind of a fun little puzzle game, I'm not gonna lie. It has good music, too. And you can tell by the song that's playing in the first level that this game was made by the same company that made that weird brush roller game. My favorite song in this game would have to be the song that plays in level 2. I think it's called Happy Chinese Festival. I'm gonna play until it gets to that level so I can show you guys. Alright, here we go. There it is. I always really liked the song that played in level 2. I always thought it sounded really, really nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this game actually does get kind of addicting. I could just do this all day. But we need to move on. Oh, the NES game Muscle. This one's actually the Japanese version of the game, called Kinnikuman. Now, the history of the Kinnikuman series always intrigued me, because the series started off as a manga series over in Japan that eventually got adapted into an anime, and they eventually got the collectible minifigures over there, and of course, eventually this game, too. But over here in America, we didn't get the original manga or the anime. Instead, all we got were the minifigures and this video game. And I always thought that was kind of interesting. And, unless I'm mistaken, wasn't this character changed in the American version? I forget what reason. But, yeah, let's just go ahead and pick our fighters. It's basically a wrestling game, except you're playing as the Kinnikuman characters. I still find it very interesting that we didn't get the manga or the anime, but we only got the minifigures and also this video game. As a matter of fact, we didn't get any anime based on the Kinnikuman series until, like, years later when 4Kids dubbed the anime Ultimate Muscle. But yeah, that'll be quite enough of that. Oh, look at that, Pac-Man. I bet the inclusion of Pac-Man really pissed off Bandai Namco, because that's like their mascot, I think. But yeah, it's the NES game Pac-Man. Oh, hey, now that we're here, remember earlier when I said that there was a Mario game on here, but it's not Super Mario Brothers? Well, they have Wrecking Crew, which is a spin-off game that starred Mario. Look at that, you can even see his name, Mario Start. Now, I've never played the original Wrecking Crew, so I'm not sure how this game goes. But yeah, just wanted to show you guys that there is a Mario game on here, even though it's not Super Mario Brothers like the back of the box promised. But man, I bet Nintendo were not happy about this. Hey, there's Slalom. Look at that, there's a mention of Rare and Nintendo. Yeah, this is one of those games that Rareware made whenever they were still a partner with Nintendo, and this was way before they moved on to be a part of Microsoft. Yeah, it's a skiing game where you have to race all the other skiers and you have to avoid the obstacles. This game's actually kind of difficult, I'm not gonna lie. Or maybe that's just a skill issue on my part. I don't know if the game is actually, like, really hard or if I just simply suck at it. Anyway, that'll be enough of that. Oh no, they got Mickey Mousecapade on here. Oh man, I bet Walt Disney was not happy about this. I feel like now it's time to look at all the shovelware games that are on here. Oh, we got Hitmouse. Unfortunately, this isn't the exact same Hitmouse that we looked at on some of the other My Arcade systems. Instead, this is like a totally different game, but it has the name Hitmouse. As a matter of fact, this looks to be Toad in the Hole, except it actually has a title screen. Not to mention the name of the game actually makes a lot more sense. Oh, we got Box World. Is this going to be what I think it is? Uh-oh. Yep, I knew it. It's a clone of the video game Shove It. I don't understand why all these companies really like to clone the video game Shove It. Well, I'm going to tell the company that makes this game that they can take this Shove It clone and shove it up their asses. Anyway, that's it. What is this Hexapod War? Oh, we've played a game like this before. Yeah, it's when you play as this little insect and you go around and collecting other insects. I'm still very embarrassed that the last time we looked at this on that little arcade machine thingy I got from Dollar General that I mistook this for a fish game. What is this Hexapod New? What's with these companies' obsession with the word hexapod? What does that even mean? Oh, it's a shmup. What is this Starfighter game? It's another stupid-ass shmup. Yep. Look at all these shovelware games that we've seen before. Oh, look at that. Aladdin 3. Basically, you go around as Aladdin, you have to shoot all these enemies with a crossbow. This type of game is literally everywhere. I think I've heard that at one point this game was called Magic Carpet 1001. Anyway, that'll be enough of that. Oh, look at that, Angry Bird. This one's actually that very weird homebrew pirated Angry Bird game for the NES. And the fact that a bootleg Angry Birds game is being sold or has been sold on a handheld that was sold at Five Below is very, very funny. It's just very weird how common these things are becoming. We're starting to see all these weird bootleg Famiclone things in regular stores now. Oh, would you look at that? I was right. There isn't actually 400 games on here. The rest of the games are all just repeats. Whoop-de-freaking-do. Anyway, I guess that'll be it for this system. What's honestly very concerning is the fact that these weird Famiclones have gotten so common that now they're starting to pop up at usual retail stores. I mean, of course, usually you'd see them at flea markets or somewhere on the internet, but now you're seeing these pop up at Dollar General, Five Below, and Walmart. And I thought it was bad enough that we've been seeing those weird My Arcade plug-and-play systems with a bunch of reskinned NES games, but this takes the cake. Honestly, there needs to be an investigation on these things, because these things just keep popping up, especially in usual retail stores. Do these companies even know that they're selling a handheld that has a whole bunch of stolen games on there? But with the amount of stolen games that are on this version, no wonder Five Below doesn't carry these anymore. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. This is Nightstreak235 signing off, and I will see you all next time.